Good morning, internet. So it's Monday morning. It's what are we today? It's the 16th of October, and it is nearly 10:15. See, nearly 10:15. Well, you probably can't see that. Right then. So a little bit of news for me and for anybody that watches my channel, of course. So yesterday morning, I left there at some stupid time, 8 o'clock in the morning, far too early of a Sunday morning, and I drove to a place called, well, virtually a place called Dinar, which is right up on the coast, right up opposite from me, 3.5 hours drive. Of course, it just happened to be that yesterday the temperatures decided to fall, because what happened was, on the way back from Dinar, I came back with a new addition to the stable, as they say, another bike, and yeah, as much as I love riding motorcycles, and I do, and the distance has never bothered me, 3.5 hours riding doesn't particularly bother me, but I don't know what it was yesterday. Maybe it was the first seasonal shock, but man, it was cold, you know. I mean, it was cold. Now, luckily for me, obviously went up in the car, the wife was driving the car, and believe you me, I took a storage of clothes with me, which, stopping on the way back, extra layers on, and by the time I got back here last night, I looked like the flaming Michelin man, but still, never mind. But yeah, okay, so another bike, right. So what I'm going to do is, right now, because you're facing me, and like, it's not where, so I'm just going to stop this. I'm going to put the camera on a little oldie thing instead of the tripod that it stands on, so we can have a good look round it. So 1 second. Right, there you go, changed. So I can, so you ready for these, folks? So here she is, hey? The wee beast, hey, look at that. Isn't she just gorgeous, eh? Now, for those of you that don't know, but I'm sure you will know, this is a Royal Enfield 350 Meteor, hey? So let's have a good look round her, shall we? Fireball red. I nearly burst into a song then again, a Fireball XL5, but I won't, hey? I'm going to turn you around this way, because if I don't, you get the glare off the light. But yeah, so there she is, eh? She's done, when this all decides to go, she's done, I don't know whether you can see that, you should be able to, 2,421.3 kilometre. That's what she's done. Now, this model's got the tripper on, again. So yeah, when I picked it up yesterday, this seat here had been taken off, and let's just walk over here quickly. I have to excuse the mess today. The guy that owned it had put this rack on. I'm not too sure if he'd made this himself. If he did, he did a good job. I mean, it's as solid as a rock. Weighs a bloody ton. But yeah, anyway, so I took that off. Last night, and I put the seat back on, because yeah, I personally think it looks better with the seat. But that's just my opinion. Again, it suited the gentleman concerned. It didn't particularly suit me. Right, okay, so there's the bike. I'm going to put you back on the other camera, quick run through of what's going to happen. So let me give you a little bit of history. The guy that owned this, he was a sort of elderly chap, not as old as me, mind you, still working, so he's not quite retirement age, but anyway, so he bought this. His job's a driving instructor, so he bought this bike. Now it's had its first service at Royal Enfield, obviously 5 100 kilometres, and as you can see, it's done just over the 2,000. I put 300 and something on yesterday, bringing it back. So okay, it's had its first service now, and all credit to the guy that owned it. You know, he's looked after it. I will give it a damn good clean, and I will, because what he said was, you know, he's the sort of guy, it goes in for his service, and after that, apart from just like checking the tyre pressure and the oil, he doesn't really do anything else. In all fairness, this is just 12 months old, so very little use. I don't think he really was into motorcycles. I think he had one when he was younger, he fancied one again, and it just wasn't his thing. But looking at it yesterday, the chain certainly wants adjusting. There's far too much slack in the chain. Like I said, the tyre pressures are spot on there, okay. The light, same as the Himalayan, you know, the bulb in the light, absolutely rubbish, awful. So that's going to be changed. So yeah, in the Himalayan I put an LED, but when I did the Normandy tour, I took the LED out and I put an Osram night breaker in. And I was really pleased with that. So with this one, I might put the LED, because it's the same bulb, I might put the LED, the one that I've got spare, or I might put another night breaker. I'm not sure, we'll see. But that's another thing that needs doing. What else do I intend to do with it? Let's think. Right, yes. Mirror extenders on it. I put mirror extenders on every single one of my bikes, because yesterday riding back, you know, you could just get them kicked out. A lot of people change these for bar end mirrors. Me personally, I think if I did that, I'd be always banging the mirror. So I'm not against the mirrors. They're okay. Same, they're not as good as the mirrors on the Himalayan. But yeah, again, you know, down to what personal choice, but definitely mirror extenders. I may put some bar risers on, I'm not sure. I'm going to change the suspension setting. It's set at the factory setting, which is the highest one. It's like riding on a plank, so even with my weight on it, it doesn't compress it down. You know, you hit a bump and it's so yeah, I'm going to knock that down a couple of notches. What else? Obviously a service. Now I knew I was going to get this last week, so like the Himalayan, I've ordered a pack of filters from India. They should be here the end of this week, and it'll get an oil change, because again, you know, we know my love and distrust of dealers. So you know, this bike, although it's still under warranty, it's still got 2 years warranty on it, even so I'm going to change the oil. What else? Yes, the air filter. Now it will be changed to a BMC air filter, but I'm not going to change the actual filter yet. But what I am going to do is take off that awful snorkel. Now, yeah, look, here's one for you. If you remember, the Himalayan, when I did that, I changed the complete thing. I put on the BMC air filter, and I also bought the new cover plate to hold it on, you know, with a big hole, which meant that when I did the Himalayan, I had the old snorkel. So what I did was, and this is it, right, this is the one off the Himalayan, I literally got the Dremel out and cut this all down here, and you know, there you go, Bob's your uncle. So this will go on there, just saved me €19 postage and import duties from Hitchcock's. So yeah, that's ready to go on. Like I said, I'll do that now, but Christmas time, because I do believe that my wife is going to buy me all lots of nice things for Christmas to do the bike up, or maybe not, we shall see. Right, what else was I going to say? Yeah, so that's the chain adjusted, oil, light, suspension. I think that's about it actually. I don't think that I'm going to do anything else to. Oh, tappets. Yes, the tappets, because we all know the thing with the Himalayan. So I'm betting, unless it's a much better dealership, I'm betting that the tappets weren't done on this one either. So I'm going to do the tappets. Now all this is going to happen throughout this week. I'll put some little videos on as and when I do them all, and let's bring it up to scratch. Let's get it personalised, the bike. I don't think there's anything else to tell you about it really. Why do I want one? You might be asking. Why do I want one? The reason that I want one is the Himalayan and this are two totally different bikes, two totally different style of bikes, made by the same company but different bikes. So the Himalayan is fantastic for like going away. You know, I can load that up, get all my tent gear on it and anything else I want to get, and off we go. On the other hand, this bike, this is a little local bike, play around here, you know. And I tell you one thing that I absolutely noticed and loved about this bike yesterday is it getting on it. Yeah, this is an old man's bike. You know, I mean, you just literally, I mean, when it's off the centre stand, I can walk on from the back if I want to. It's great. And like I said, but two different bikes. I've got to be honest, 3.5 hours riding this one back home, 6 hours riding the Himalayan back home from the Normandy trip. The Himalayan, to my way of thinking, is a absolutely beautiful, comfortable bike. I got back here fine. This one isn't so comfortable. I'm not saying it's not a good bike, because it is, as I wouldn't have bought it, but it's not as comfortable as the Himalayan. It's got this forward, yeah, let me just show you, I'm sure you know, but a semi-forward control rig up, look. And it's also got this toe and heel, see? Front gear change it with your heel. Now the guy that had it before didn't like it, so he's raised it up, look, so you can still get your boot under. So this is dropped down. I might do it. I found the toe and heel quite good. The bit that I found a little bit strange, and I've never owned a cruiser in my life, was this slightly forward pegs, you know, sort of riding a bit like that. And yeah, maybe that was it. But a great bike. I still love it, you know. And it sounds nice as well, you know. I mean, this is just bog standard, the factory exhaust, and I'm not going to change it on this bike. I'm just going to leave it bog standard. But hang on a minute, let's just give it a little, shall we? Sorry to turn my back. Let's go around the other side so I don't turn my back on you. Very rude. Let's just give it a little whiz, shall we, and see what this does, what it sounds like. You ready for this? I mean, that's a I just love it. I don't think there's any need to change the exhaust on this. I really don't. I think that sounds nice, yeah. Even a bit of popping back. There you go then. Okay, so that's it. That's the new edition. Oh, just right, one more thing. I never name my bikes. I never have done. A bike's a bike. I refer to them as she or her, and I think that's generalistic to most blokes, isn't it? And even women, I think. I'm not too sure. The women that I watch on the any bike sites, I'm not too sure. Anyway, that's beside the point. But you know what? Let me just show you the registration number of this bike. It's hang on a sec. I should have done it on the other camera really. There you go. Gigi. Okay, Gigi. So I thought, with a plate like that, and it's French, I thought Gigi. Okay, so there you go. That's welcome to Gigi. Eh? She is absolutely beautiful. Right. And on that very sad note, we will leave it. So, okay. So this week we're going to get a few jobs done on these. I'll stick them on. There you go then. That's it. End of chat. I hope you're all well. I hope the weather's... It's dry here. That's one good thing. I hope it is where you are. I hope you're all well. I hope you're all doing whatever it is you want to do and you're feeling good. I will catch you in the next video, which, like I said, let's get some jobs done on this and get her up to speed. Eh? Right. See you soon. Catch you later. Bye for now.